news in regards to this horrible massacre that took place of people in Aurora, Colorado. As I would watch that and I would see more and more the details that came out, and then as they began to personalize it by revealing those who were killed and those how they were killed, and some were shot while protecting a loved one, or I can't begin to imagine the kind of emotion and trauma that those people are going through. I don't know that there's human words that can be said to take away the grief and the pain and the suffering they're going through. But, I was glad to hear how they set out there in that parking lot. There was prayer vigils that were going on. Ministers from various churches had come in, and there was going to be things taking place as well today. I pray that God will just minister to their hearts. I meant to remember them in prayer, but obviously I forgot that in my prayer time this morning. But we need to remember these individuals, these folks in prayer, that God will be ever close to them. It's amazing how when these kinds of events happen, that all of a sudden our nation begins to turn back to God. When everything's going well, it seems like we're running as far from God as we can. And it seems like these kinds of events cause us to stop and reflect and realize that we need God. As I listened to our president and our presidential candidate, as they spoke concerning this and how they've stopped the malicious, all the propaganda towards each other, they've ceased doing that during this time, at least in Colorado and other areas, because they realize that politics isn't what really is important, when it comes to what we're dealing with right here. It's just sad that a country founded by God, a nation under God, has to have these kinds of things take place before it brings us back to the Lord. But it also shows us the brevity of life and how quickly that life can be gone. All those people went there that night just to see a movie, just to celebrate, to see a movie, never once thinking that would be their last and final thing they would do on earth. And sometimes we think that we're going to live forever, but we're not. And that's why it pays for all of us to be ready. As they showed the picture of those 12 individuals, I know where that little girl is today. She's in heaven. But I thought about those others who had reached that age of accountability where they needed to make a choice. But when I looked at those other individuals, the thought that went through my mind, Lord, was any of them ready to meet you? Were they ready to meet you? Had they made their preparation? Had they made their election and calling sure? Only God knows. Only God knows. That's why I want to live every day knowing that if it's my last, hey, goodbye, old world. Hello, heaven. Hello, heaven. I'm not driving any stakes here, that's for sure. I don't want nothing to hold me here. When that trumpet blasts, I want gravity let go and I'm out of here. I am out of here. Praise his name forever.